Hello, folks, and welcome back to Four Corners of the Galley. And since this is our first show, Happy New Year! One worked? What's the second one?
It doesn't work.
Oh, come on, pull!
No.
Come on!
It won't work. My hands are slippery.
Yay! Happy New Year! How you doing, folks? I'm PBO. And with me, as always, is Mr. RG. And today, joining us on this throwback movie review, we got the one and the only AG. Welcome back, AG. How you been?
Good.
All right. So yes, you're joining us, folks, on another edition of our Four Corners of the Galley throwback movie review. And what are we hitting them with today, guys?
We're here with Princess Bride.
That's right, The Princess Bride. 1987's Rob Reiner's The Princess Bride, the fantasy tale. So, we're just going to get rolling right now, folks. Let's hit them off. So, what do you guys think overall of this movie? What's your overall score out of 5? Or what's your overall feelings of this movie? Let's start with that. Sorry, too much. You seem excited.
It's a good movie. It's very funny, yeah. Yeah, I enjoy it.
You enjoy it? What do you think of this classic tale?
I feel with my emotions. That's a number that represents me. Actually, I like the movie. It's one of my favorite movies.
All right. Yeah, it's a great classic fairy tale. What do you think of the way they did this movie? Because unlike other fairy tales like you guys have seen, like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Stardust, some of the other ones, basically have that nature where it's just a full-on fairy tale, where this one you actually have a narrator. You both it's a narrator telling the story, and he's reading the story to his little kid, and then we go into the fairy tale. What do you think of that aspect? like that.
It's really...
You can't even hold it together.
It's really good. It's really unique.
You like that?
Yeah, I like it.
You like that there's a narrator overtelling the story, and that the kid at first doesn't even want to hear this grandfather, and then he really gets involved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Fred Savage in The Wonder Years. Yeah, you guys enjoy that?
Yeah.
So what would be your favorite parts of the movie? What did you enjoy about this fairy tale?
My favorite part is when they steal the princess on the boat and they're in the water and he keeps...
The chase begins?
Yeah, the chase begins.
Inconceivable!
Yeah, that would be my favorite part as well.
Yeah,
the whole sequence of him chasing them down.
Yeah, it's a pretty great beginning and introduction to all the characters and shows you all their abilities. You get Andre the Giant. Will you guys stop goofing around, please?
What are you talking about? Keep going with the show.
Definitely is a great entry into the movie. So what do you think about the other elements? How they have the classic villain and then it's got all the classic fantasy tropes in it, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you least like about the movie then?
At least like the giant rats.
Oh, of course.
I hate the giant rats. They're disgusting.
But it helps out with the story, right? It gives you that cool, disgusting, gross character. What do you hate worse? What do you think is what is your least favorite part of this movie?
I don't like the torture machine.
Oh, okay.
That would be my only non-favorite part.
I get you. Yeah, that's a pretty gruesome scene in a fun, fast action fantasy tale, right? Mm-hmm. So how do you think the movie holds up nowadays? For a movie made exactly 30 years ago now, right? 1987 to 2017?
No, 31.
Oh yeah, or 2018. Oh yeah, all right. So, how do you think it holds up?
I feel it holds up good because it's very different from the other movies that are coming out now.
It's got a classic tale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a great movie. Great movie, right?
Yeah, I feel it holds up because it's unique.
Unique.
And it has that good comedy adventure blend.
What's your favorite character?
Wesley.
Wesley?
Yeah.
You like the main star, he's right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who's your favorite character?
Antonio
Montoya.
Antonio Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
He's definitely my favorite character. Him and Andre the Giant. I was a huge wrestling fan when I was a kid when this movie came out, and Andre the Giant was the selling point, and I actually fell in love with this movie because it's a fairy tale movie, so I thought it was great. So what's your overall score out of 5?
A 5.
5? Wow! Just 5. Yeah, that's cool. What's your overall score out of 5?
I give it a 4.
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
Definitely.
Oh.
Well, there it is, folks. You heard it from us first. The Princess Bride is a great classic fairy tale that holds up to the standards of nowadays. And it gives you that classic old school, puppeteer style, Jim Henson, where it's practical props and not too much CGI. Mm-hmm. They're really fun, entertaining movie with great humor and action.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely go rent it, stream it, or whatever you want to do, guys, because we think it's fabulous. Well, all right. Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this edition of Four Corners of the Galley Throwback Reviews. For Mr. PBO, Mr. RG, Mrs. AG. Good night, Ted.
See you next time.